Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading. Your reading is on love, go figure. That seems to happen a lot. Just a note, we took from 3 different tarot decks, plus the tarot dice, plus my astrology dice, Oracle of Visions, Whispers of Love, and this one down here is the After Tarot. Just so you know, if my voice sounds cracky or anything like that, I'm sure that you all have probably watched one of the other videos, but I've had some respiratory issues for the last 6 weeks between the flu and bronchitis and pneumonia. And so we're taking cards ahead of time to kind of minimize my time on screen. So thank you for understanding, and please let me know down below if you like this new format. So Pisces, this particular situation, it's kind of interesting because we have sort of a little bit of a power dynamic here, but the power dynamic seems to be associated with external forces, as well as a little bit of a dynamic of somebody taking advantage of you or your loved one. And so you have a situation here in which there's somebody who's kind of interfering or meddling with your relationship, which could turn into a shocking, surprising, sudden, road. I'm not going to call it a roadblock because it seems to be more of a hiccup. Everything works itself out. But it can cause a potential minor problem towards a little bit further down the road, okay? So just be aware of that. So we start out with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, end with the 9 of Cups in the upright. That's beautiful. So despite this external influence that seems to be interfering, we do have somebody here in your life. Now, pages do represent messages, but the way I've been reading with this particular series is I am treating them as a person. And so here we have this quiet, this very steady, this very sweet, this very dedicated lover that is in your life, providing you with a sense of comfort. So despite the external circumstance, we have somebody who's loyal to you and very dedicated to you, which is beautiful. It is possible that this person may be a new romance because of the Fool, or it could just be a very fun and light romance, right? Like you and this person, when you're together, you really enjoy your time together, and it's light and it's fun and it's sweet. Now, Pisces, some of you may be dealing with some abandonment issues. And let me just note that the fear of abandonment seems to stem from Mars in Libra in the 12th. This particular energy that came out in the dice, and Mars in Libra in the 12th is kind of a solitary energy. It can be a very nice kind of emotional energy from a positive standpoint, a wise and compassionate energy, but the 12th house is usually a focus on you and you alone. And so it's kind of like your alone time, your spiritual time, which we see here. It's like you're taking some time to yourself, or in some way you're going to have some time to yourself. And in this space where you have time to yourself, what seems to get the best of you, because of Mars being in the 12th. Mars doesn't like to be in the 12th house. With Mars in the 12th house, it can cause some repressed emotions to come forward, as well as a little bit of an overly sensitive kind of feeling, right? Where things people say may kind of touch you a little bit more than they normally would, right? And they could create, a little bit of emotional upheaval internally for you, Pisces. So be aware that this fear seems to be stemmed more from that energy that we see here than anything. So if you can kind of overcome that by recognizing here with Love Who You Are, that you are divine, delightful, and deserving of this wonderful relationship that has come your way, then I think you will be able to overcome this fear. And we see that there's this tremendous appreciation for your current love life with this person. For those of you that have somebody already, for those of you that this will be a new person, there will be an appreciation of this particular relationship. And a lot of positivity leading into the romantic front for you. Super, super cheerful energy. It's something that you've been waiting for quite some time. It's like it's finally here, right? Like it's finally here, or it's almost here and you can feel it coming, you know? And so we have somebody either in your life now or on your way. If you're single and not dating anybody, then we have somebody on the way. If you're currently in a long-term committed relationship, then it looks absolutely positively beautiful. Despite this external influence, it's going to cause a little bit of a hiccup. Despite that, everything else looks fantastic. So let's talk about it. All right, we have, I believe, Pisces, and this is very likely your lover, but it can be you. Don't worry too much about the gender on the card. You know I read for same-sex relationships also, so whether you're heterosexual, same-sex, no matter how you identify, I love y'all. Doesn't matter to me. So we have a King of Coins and a King of Swords. So King of Swords is clarifying the King of Coins. So we have somebody who is extremely dedicated to you. This is a serious relationship. They are emotionally mature and financially secure, and they have very high standards. So if they have very high standards, Pisces, and they chose you, then you must be something pretty damn special. So don't you forget that, okay? So we see that despite this kind of influence, this controlling influence, this particular person is really dedicated to the relationship and making it work, which we see even further here. So we see with the Page of Swords, it's an intellectual energy. And I like the Page of Swords in the Legacy of the Divine because it's almost like this page is sort of bringing something to you, you know? And so we see this Page of Swords is bringing this kind of an intellectual energy, less of an emotional energy, more intellectual. So they may not be real good with their words. That may be affecting you, making you a little bit more sensitive. With the Five of Swords here, it could cause some tension. So the two of you may have to work on your communication. And it looks like, you know, one thing that both you and this love interest are going to need to understand is that you can't force love to move in a specific time or way. And once you're able to overcome this communication situation, it looks like despite any fears of intimacy or any worries of, you know, getting bored or any worries of, you know, not being enough, what we see is that the two of you are taking action on love, on building this beautiful love relationship together, that you're getting control of your love life. So we have happiness, we have control of your love life. We do have some sadness, though, as a result of this communication. So you can avoid that by trying to work on the communication ahead of time if at all possible, you know? Now, we definitely have soulmate energy here. I don't believe that this is the past returning. I don't have any other cards indicating that there is a past influence coming in to interfere with this connection. More like a meddling mother, a meddling father, a meddling friend, you know, something of that nature. We do have you fighting for this relationship. And it looks like both of you are going to be fighting for this relationship. A little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of a problem, could be related to communication. But I see here some more 12th house energy with the Hermit and the Empress. It's like in this period of time where you get some alone time to reflect on this relationship and to reflect on all the wonderful aspects of this relationship. In that time, you yourself have a sort of an awakening, a new beginning, a realization of the love that the two of you share, and a realization of the love that you have for yourself. And once you love yourself and you're able to be the source of your own happiness, then there's so much more love to give, right? And so it's a very good position for you to be in after this minor hiccup. Is just to take a little bit of time for you to regroup, feel a little bit better, And then we see mutual admiration and adoration here. And then we also see that this is related to the two of you being on the same page, this very loyal, dedicated energy. It's like two people who are faithful to one another, nurturing, generous, loving. You know, they see things in a very practical way. They're very welcoming. And so we have a relationship that is stable and grounded here. You just have a minor little hiccup. So for those of you that have started a new relationship, put the work and effort into it. You know that this is a minor communication thing, a minor meddling thing. It won't feel that way, but it is. And then everything looks like it's going to be just fine. Since everything looks like it's going to be just fine right here at the very end, my dear Pisces, I am going to leave that there, and I will not be doing an extended today. But I will see you on your next reading. As always, Pisces, love and light. Big hug from Ocean, big kiss, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.